behind it is a whole bunch of stationary bikes. For us, the room is dark. We have candles set up. It's a way for people to get in shape with an instructor leading them, but ultimately you're in charge of how hard you're working. You're in charge of turning up the resistance on your bike and going faster. I love working here mostly because of the community. If you look around the studio, everything comes from a small business, from a small community. The paintings on the walls are from a local artist who started spinning here about 2 years ago. We have local artwork all around the studio, local tapestries from a local business. Everything is very community oriented. When people walk into the studio, we all know each other by name. We hang out outside the studio, and that's one of the biggest things is we're not only making new friends, but we're inspiring each other to work out. So when I started here, I was brought on to work on social media and start up our blog. And since then, my role has evolved between scheduling, staff and instructors. I do all of our graphic design for our marketing initiatives, for our social media, and also designing all of our apparel that we sell here. The hardest part is that it definitely never stops. There's not a lot of employees here, and there's a lot of work to be done.
Well, I started at this studio when it opened 3 years ago, and I had been running, and it just got kind of monotonous. And I found that the community piece of being able to come here and have this community of people from the neighborhood connect, and then also somebody else more responsible than I am for motivating me and inspiring me. And I think also it just it boils down to it's really time efficient. I mean, 45 minutes to an hour, you get it done. And I don't know how to ride a non-stationary bicycle. I was a runner and a dancer, and when I started doing this 3 years ago, my body changed completely. And I think the thing that I noticed the most, just besides kind of overall toning and just feeling mentally more clear, is just more of the connection with your abs and just being very centered and aligned.
I love indoor cycling because it really is my way of escaping during my workout. I love to go on runs and clear my head, but there's something about being in a nice, small, dark room, not having anything to think about, but pushing yourself a little bit harder on the bike, and it really helps kind of cleanse in a quick 45 minutes.
I love teaching at Recycle because it pretty much gets just an awesome group of people that are all working towards the same goal, all really passionate about fitness and working out in one room, and just that moment where we're all riding to that same beat and we're all just in the same, line of movement together is just crazy. Like, it's amazing energy, and it really just fills me up. When I leave the studio, I just feel like $1,000,000.
This is where I come to kind of regroup and rebalance, and I like that it is non-competitive, and I think that it's just a space where you literally disconnect from the rest of the world. No cell phone, no real chat while you're down there. You kind of just focus on what you have to do for yourself to reset, realign, rebalance. And I think that to me is very therapeutic.
One thing that we always tell newcomers to the studio is that it really is your workout. No matter how hard the instructor is pushing you, you're ultimately in control of your bike. You can choose how fast you're going to pedal. You can choose how much you're going to turn up the resistance. It really is based on your own motivation, how hard you're feeling like working that day.
I would say that I was equally resistant 3 years ago. I had a friend drag me here, and I've been coming almost every day. It's a little exaggeration. I need to take some time off. But since, and I think that I wish that there was a real way to destigmatize a lot of the kind of ideas around spin, because it really is actually kind of grounding and centering and relaxing. And I think that Recycle particularly honors kind of, it's like yoga on a bike, if that makes any sense. So it's two pieces of kind of physical fitness and mental well-being that meet, and I think that if you're scared, I understand, but you should come by and check it out.
Give me one more full turn, yes. Find that steady beat right